Been a busy week on the World Athletics Indoor Tour Gold, and the show has moved on to Poland for the third meeting in 5 days. Today it's Torun for the 2022 Orlen Copernicus Cup. So not quite a full house in the arena Torun, but certainly a great field or a great attendance. Really spectacular, popular indoor athletics is in Poland as we stand by to launch the men's pole vault. And again, quite a few of these athletes have been in action either in Leuven on Thursday or in Birmingham on Saturday. The two-time Olympic medalist Thiago Braz of Brazil, jumper at his best. ERNEST Johnobieنا from Philippines. His best came in Poland, in Łódź. Men's pole vault, ERNEST Johnobieنا, Philippines. This is 5.61 meters. Third time of asking. Clear he goes. They have a clearance klaxon in Toruń. That's actually coming back to me from a couple of stagings ago, the last time we were there when the meeting was held with spectators.
Oh, and great angles there. Look at this one. He is so far over that. Personal best, in fact, last year at one of the Polish meets, 5.86, and the same meet he's already competed at this year. That was his season's best last week or so ago, 5.81.
Przed telewizorami, jeżeli mogliście, to tutaj.
So if your Polish is any good, I hope you managed to work out what Adam Kshot was saying, as we see Obiena go clear at 5.71. That was a recording actually from a little while ago. His first time clearance at 5.71. We still have to come on the track the women's 1500 meters, where again there's talk of a world record attempt for Gudaf Sigai. That's coming shortly. This is in each event up for grabs.
There is, but I think that winning gap is a real indication of where Sigai is against the rest of the world. 4.02 is the next fastest time. 3 athletes have run that so far this year, and she's got an 8-second gap on the next best in the world. Absolutely phenomenal.
Huge. Fraueni Hailu took third in a PB of 4.025, and Habitama Lemu 4.02.52 finished in fourth position. We'll try and wrap up some of those other results for you shortly. I know some of you will be waiting for those as we see ERNEST Johnobieنا in the pole vault. 5.81. Oi, take it easy there. Goodness me, I thought he was going to head off and knock the side of the fall off the side of the bed for a moment. So Johnobieنا fails at 5.81 for the first time. Mano Vloon, Thiago Braz, ERNEST Johnobieنا and Ben Broeders are the 4 athletes who cleared 5.71 and have progressed on to the next height of 5.81. Johnobiena, what he's performed so far this season, he has cleared 5.81 in Poland. His personal best of 5.86 came in Poland as well, in Łódź.
In the world so far have cleared any higher, and here he goes, first attempt.
In fact, this is his recorded picture actually of his 5.81 third attempt from a few moments ago. So we're just catching up on things that happened while that 60 meters were going, and that's a good clearance from ERNEST Johnobiena in the end. Again, just getting those arms out the way, wrapping the body around the bar. And Johnobiena, he likes competing in Poland, that is for sure. So his PB there and his season's best, he's just tied for his performance in Łódź earlier on in the month. So Johnobiena of the Philippines, the Asian champion, national record holder of course as well for the Philippines. His Asian record outdoors stands at 5.93 meters, and he has won the men's pole vault. We are coming towards the end of our live coverage of the World Indoor Tour Gold and the Orlen Copernicus Cup. Full results from everything, of course, that's happened in Torun will be up on the World Indoor Tour website. Indoor Championships, exactly what sort of rivalries are going to be starting to pop up for Belgrade as we see Johnobiena starting to consider 5.91 here. And that would be an indoor personal best.
It would. Most of the world A lot of national federations have got their championships this weekend. Like you say, Chris, the odd one fall outside of that window, but it's something World Athletics have worked really hard to do, to have that protected weekend, so lots of athletes can compete on this indoor tour and still compete in their national championships. Here we go, he's Obiena, 591, first attempt.
Well, if he was successful at this height, it would put him 4th on the list for 2022 behind Duplantis, Nielsen and Lightfoot, but wasn't a whole lot in that first attempt to encourage him necessarily. Talking from a very raw point of view, maybe there were technical elements that he did like, but in terms of getting over the bar, he's got plenty to find.
Yeah, that was his 9th vault of the evening. And if you were following the action in Birmingham at the weekend, we were telling you about Mondo Duplantis and about him being, you know, making sure that he was really attacking these higher heights, being really fresh. So Obiena is first attempt at 5:41. It took him his 3rd attempt at 5:61. The occasion would obviously be the World Championships outdoors, but it definitely gives some fringe athletes opportunities at those other competitions.
Do you think we're seeing this year some of those who are maybe not at the latter end of their career, but maybe in their late 20s, who have got opportunities to go to 3 or 4, who are thinking, how many more of these am I going to get to go for, and go for quite a few?
Exactly, and we've missed it, haven't we? During the pandemic, you know, we've had a lot of events get put back a year, and I think we're just really excited that competitions are in. You know, I always think if you're fit and you're healthy, why sit at home? Give yourself the opportunity.
So ERNEST Johnn of the Philippines asking for the crowd support in Arena Torun for 591 for an indoor lifetime best, 2nd attempt. Nope. Well. A word with his coaching advisor, who I'm sure is smiling ruefully under there.
Did we mention Obiena's socks last time? There was someone's socks we talked about last time.
Was it Obiena? It might have been.
We've had socks, a regular theme in this commentary. Noah Lyles always used to have his sock game on, didn't he?
Bearing in mind, athletes are usually tied to wearing a certain brand of kit or a certain style of kit that is that particular brand's current uniform. There's not very many ways to make it individual, is there? There's not many choices sometimes, so socks can sometimes be the only option, or a jazzy pair of spikes. One of the two. We like colourful characters anyway. We like people with big smiles on their faces. No doubt about it. Right at the end of proceedings at the Copernicus Cup. 593 is his current best, his Asian record, which he set in Germany last year. Has the Filipino got 6 meters in him? He's looking at the clock, which I'm sure has run out on him now, Jen. After that, you can go back if you haven't crossed the vertical plane. He's still pointing at the clock. They're trying to present the flowers, but he's still got time to go back. It hasn't looked promising so far, has it, with these last couple of efforts?
No, it hasn't, and I think when you're attempting a height like this, you've got to really believe it. You've got to stand on that runway, and you've got to actually, 48 seconds. He's entitled to go again, and it shows the commitment's there. But what can he do? Can he turn that around? And he's changing his pole, in fact.
Well, if in doubt, change your pole. So he's got the last few seconds. We do know that he's going to have to get a bit of a wriggle on here. That's the longest 40 seconds in history, isn't it? There we go, still going. So he's using up every available second, the last 20 seconds of the meeting. 6:01 for ERNEST Obiena. No. Well, he got there, he had a go. It won't be the first go he's had in his life, I'm sure, but the 6 meter bar remains elusive for Obiena and Petrov at the moment, but that does bring to an end. So we see Scott Simpson in the foreground there as well. The Orlen Copernicus Cup for 2022. Great night, Jenny, some spectacular action, but you've got to say a couple of the standout performances. Of course, Seaguy in the 1500 meters we would have expected Sikier, massive surprise in the 60 hurdles, and of course Swoboda turning over Thompson Hera.
Yeah, they were all great, especially for the Polish fans getting those 2 home victories. Great to see Adam Kaszot as well taking part in his last ever home meeting. Hopefully we'll see him next week in Madrid, but yeah, it's been another one of quality, hasn't it, this evening, Chris?
Yeah, it's been a great meeting. Meeting 6 of 7 on the World Indoor Tour Gold is now complete. Obiena takes the victory, by the way, in the pole vault with his clearance of 581 from Broeders 571, and Braz finishes third with 571 on countback from Vloon, who cleared the same height. So as Obiena now has got to go and join that party. It's one of the ways they do it at the Orlen Copernicus Cup, is to present everybody together onto one big podium at the end. There is still a good number of spectators in the arena there as we confirm that result in the end.
Victory ceremony.
Yeah, huge Polish record for Damian Sikier in the men's 60-meter hurdles. Ernest Obiena has quickly hurried across from the pole vault to receive his memento. Great variety of nations as well represented on this podium. We've got Croatia.
Ale to jeszcze nie koniec. Zwycięzcą, takim moralnym za całą karierę i specjalnie udekorowanym dzisiaj będzie także Adam Kaszot.